Richmond, and this is my little brother. He can stand up. I always like to say that. This is my little brother, Mike Richmond, and we're the proud owners of Richmond Group International, a company that we've started about roughly around 9 years ago right now. We're fully born, but I've been in Delaware now for 12 years, and when I came to this great state, I seen a need for sports to go to another level as far as basketball. I was very enamored by the Wilmington Blue Rocks and what they did down on the waterfront and how they handle business and things of that nature. And being as though my brother and I played pro basketball, we just seen a need for it right here in the great state of Delaware. I mean, there's some great talent, a lot of great high school talent. Most of you guys know the names of most of the players here in Delaware that went on to other places. But what was going to be done for those players that didn't make it to the NBA, for those players that didn't make it to Europe? How do we get those guys still to get recognized? And that's when my brother and I kind of got together. He was in Europe when I actually made the decision to start getting to ownership of basketball teams. And we've been going ever since. We've been strong down in Delaware as far as basketball for the last 5 years with the help of the Department of Parks and Recreation, the city of Wilmington, and the people down at William Hicks who really supported us from the beginning. We've grown to a level, and all my brother and I kept saying is, we just got to keep doing what we're doing until the big boys start recognizing us, and that's what they did. And the USBL recognized the work we've been doing down here, and it's something like we tell our players, always put your best on, because you never know who's going to walk in the gym. And I'm glad that no matter what happened, my brother and I, we made sure that we were professional at every level, and because you never know who's going to walk in that gym. And we thank God that somebody from the USBL was watching, and this is a great step for us. I'm not going to sit here and try to educate everyone in this little bit of time of what the USBL is, but I'm going to bring up a gentleman that's going to kind of educate you. I truly appreciate the media for being here this morning. I know you guys, there's a lot of great things going around the state, but I'm glad that you guys can take it out of your schedule to be here. And if we don't introduce you, get our chance to thank you, we will individually get a chance to thank you before we leave. But at this point in time, I'd like to bring up the Director of Operations of the USBL, Mr. Ed Krinsky.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I am excited to be here. Number one, it's our first excursion into the state of Delaware with a team. USBL, by the way, has been around since 1985, and we have sent over 150 of our players to play in the NBA. I had the privilege of getting involved with the USBL back in 1991 in Long Island, up in New York, and I spent 5 years as the general manager of the Long Island team. In those 5 years, we had 7 of our players go on to play in the NBA. Some of them you may know of, Anthony Mason, Lloyd Daniels, Michael Curry. Michael Curry right now is the Vice President for Basketball Operations for the NBA. But it's exciting for us to be here, and I don't know how much you know about the USBL. We are an off-season league. An off-season league meaning we play from mid-April through June. We'll have 10 teams this year. We finish up with an 8-team festival, a tournament, a single elimination tournament, which will be in Enid, Oklahoma this year. Our teams, just so you have an idea of the geography, we're in Long Island in New York, Brooklyn, New York, Albany, New York, Boston, Massachusetts, and Newark. That's our Delaware. That's our Eastern Division. We're in Jackson, Mississippi, Gary, Indiana, Salina, Kansas, Dodge City, Kansas, and that I mentioned, Enid, Oklahoma, is our 5th team. I know you have minor league baseball here, and it's very, very successful. And it's, I believe it's an A-league, right? The thing I'd like to point out is that the players who play in the USBL are closer to the major league level, meaning the NBA, than your minor league team is in baseball to the major leagues. It's a terrific thing. The other thing we're very, very proud of, this is my 3rd press conference in the last month. And in each of these press conferences, I have introduced ownership, Jackson, Mississippi, Gary, Indiana, now here in Wilmington, ownership that is totally African American. So we have 3 new teams in our league, all owned and operated by African Americans. And we're very proud of that, and we think it's very, very fitting, especially in a basketball league where probably 80 to 85% of the players who play in our league are African American. So we're very, very proud. We're happy to be here. We want this to be successful, and one of the things we hope, and I know that Mike is going to emphasize eventually, we like to see you promote the team with a youth outreach program. It's a program that we developed throughout the league, whereby you get corporate sponsors to purchase tickets for youth groups, schools, and agencies to get the kids to come to the games, and then the team, the organization, matches whatever tickets are contributed by the corporate sponsors. The corporate sponsor buys 100 tickets. The league will contribute 100, so 200 kids will come in as the guests of that corporate sponsor. Thank you very much for having me here.